So today I'm saving seeds from the garden. I'm pulling out all of my dead plants for the year, getting ready to winterize, but also looking ahead for next year and saving. That's when you think that your growing season is completely done and you start getting super sad about it. Then I started going through my gardens yesterday and pulling out all the dead, like old plants and stuff, and I had zinnias growing and they were super dried up, and I was just so sad that the season was over. And then I started looking at the flowers and I realized they had a ton of seeds all over them, and I just started thinking like, wow, the garden's still giving us something, even if it's not produce right now. It's seeds for next year. And so sometimes you're laying that foundation for, next year's growing season. So I was like super excited to find those seeds in the zinnias. So I'm also going through currently some other flowers that I had growing. I wanted to try to get all the last of the seeds off of here, and there's like so many on like one little head. So I'm stinking excited about this. I love saving seeds. I think it's amazing that these little plants still keep giving. It's pretty cool. So I'm just like going through and just pulling out, just kind of separating and just getting like just the seeds. I don't remember what these were. I want to say that they were like aster or something. I don't remember, but they were super beautiful. So I definitely want to plant them again next year for sure. So I don't know if you can see this right here, but I'm just like pulling out the individual seed out of this head that's just like completely dried up. And if you just looked at this plant, you would think like there's nothing else for it to give me, but it does still keep giving you something, which is pretty spectacular. I'm also kind of tempted to just like broadcast some of these, like just spread them in this bed and just like see what happens. I don't know. I might try it. I did it with some basil yesterday. I had some dried up basil, and so I just put it in a few of my like little raised beds that had tomatoes this year in them. So I'm kind of curious if those will come up. I have no idea, but I've been trying to like save as many seeds right now as I can. This growing season was not everything that I'd hoped for. It was rough on a lot of levels. We lost a lot of crops to like grasshoppers and different things. It was absolutely horrible, but we've been able to harvest a lot of seeds. So next year I'm going to be super grateful. I also think too that I just keep hearing more and more things that people are pretty convinced that there's going to be some seed shortages next year, just because so many people are going to want to grow after the crazy year that we've all experienced. So I'm just trying to do my part and save as many seeds as I can, which would mean that I'm not having to buy as much next year, so that maybe those first time gardeners can get their hands on the seeds that they need, and I'm not just being lazy and choosing to not save my own seeds. I also kind of think it's crazy that there's all of these like marketing schemes that go on that make you think that you can't do things on your own. Like, for so long, I've saved seeds in the past, but and I thought it was pretty amazing. But then, obviously, when there's seasons, I've had seasons that I didn't grow anything, and so I wasn't able to save seeds, obviously, from the previous growing season. So it's obviously nice to be able to have seed companies that you can go to and buy new seeds but I'm just trying to do my part and save as much as I can within my power, and just to allow everyone else to get what they need. But I find it pretty amazing. Like, as I'm sitting here, this was a pretty decent sized plant, but almost every single flower head has, golly, I don't know, 20 seeds in it. So just think about that, like how many plants you're able to replant next year. I don't know, this just kind of like blows my mind, and I also find it incredibly rewarding and like satisfying to know that we grew this plant and now it's giving us life for next year. The other thing that I've been thinking about with like saving seeds and stuff is I'm trying to save more than what I would need, because a lot of the time you can make trades with someone. If you have some seeds that they need and they have something that you need, you can always make a trade. But I'm also always happy to give someone seeds that I might have extra of if they're in need. So I'm definitely thinking about those situations too as I say, as I've been saving my seeds throughout the growing season. This year I was able to save a ton of green bean seeds, peas. I saved cucumbers. Those were some that I got a bunch of seeds out of. So I'm super, super thrilled about that. Okay, do y'all have this struggle? I'm saving seeds, and I have quite a bit in my Ziploc bag. And yet I still keep thinking, man, I need to save more. What if it's not enough for next year? Please tell me I'm not the only one. Seed addict. You can never have too many, right? So I also have more zinnias that were in this garden. Most of the deer unfortunately chomped the tops of these. They keep breaking into my gate, and they ate most of the tops of the zinnias, which I was super annoyed. But there's a few left, so I'm going to see if I can harvest some seeds from these. A little side note: save your leftover containers when you eat at restaurants. This was like a soup, and I saved this container because I figured next year when I'm planting starts and stuff, sometimes you just need like a bigger container, but I also kept the lid for it. So I was over next to my other garden, and we have like a shed over there, and I was like, oh, I need a place to put these seeds, because of course I didn't plan ahead. I didn't actually go out to my garden with intention of harvesting a bunch of zinnia seeds yesterday, and so I found this container and I was so thankful that I saved it. So I'm not super crazy about like saving every little thing and eliminating our waste entirely, but there's certain things that you can save that it's incredibly helpful. So, a little side tip. Thanks for hanging out with us today. I hope that you guys will go and save your seeds for next year.